All right, good morning, and this is our second session with Bach's Minuet in G with Brigid. So today we're going to basically do a run through of the piece. You've been working on it for a couple weeks now, and we are going to just do a check-in here and see how much progress has been made. So, Brigid, at this point of the stage, can we play through the whole piece at one tempo, or did you want to stop in the middle here? Can you connect the beginning to the first section to the next section pretty well at this point? Or is it still a little rocky?
It's still a little rocky.
Okay.
The very first section is much, I think, better. Yeah, I'm more comfortable with.
The first one?
Yeah.
Sure. All right, let's give the first section a run through.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally we're gonna put them both together, but for now, let's put the first section and then we'll pause and I'll give you some comments on it. But why don't you show me what you've been working on? Play it again. So, how do you think you did?
The first time was pretty mishmashed with the tempo, but
yeah,
I got more comfortable the second time.
Yeah, just even playing it once, that was my first gut reaction. The second time was 1,000 times better. You still have certain hiccup sections, like one hiccup section that stuck out at me with the first and second half was this transition from after so we can work a little bit this lesson with nailing that landing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a gymnast, when they run, they do their flip, and you kind of have to stick your ending. I think that's what they call it, stick your ending. Have a nice clean coming in for a landing section, because otherwise it's like you're flipping and whoa. Yeah. So, just like a gymnast, we're going to try and stick that ending right there, and even that transition. Yeah. All right. Overall, really, really good. You made a ton of progress in the last few weeks, so you should feel very proud of yourself. So, let's go on to the next section, and this one you can take slower. I'd rather you go slow and smooth rather than fast and hiccupy. And we'll do the same thing because there is a repeat. So when you do it, just go ahead right into your repeat after that.
Alright.
Okay. And then, so you can start here, and then you can start whenever you're ready. And I'm going to stand here so I can see your music. whole octave, which we were sort of setting up before for that, but that's okay. Keep finishing it through here. Again, I'm sorry, this is an F sharp and D. Right into it again. A little slower. Very big octave right here. Perfect. F sharp. Okay, ready? Nice and slow. Alright. You can keep going. Let's finish it there. Stick it. Ah! Okay, awesome. All right, we're making some progress. So definitely a little rockier. And again, this is our other ending that we were talking about sticking it. So it's haunting you. It keeps coming back. So we're definitely gonna focus on that. I'm gonna put a little star here, as well as here. Star, star. There's also this part, which we didn't have as much of a problem with for some reason. Okay. So I think a recurring theme with this piece is the size of the text, because it is small, and I feel like you're losing it visually here. Because you'll play a note here, you'll glance at your fingers, and then you'll be like, wait, where am I? So there's a way of making this more clear. Clang, da, 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 bum, bum, ba, da, da, do, cling, cling. And then this part isn't as bad. I guess visually it looks, the eighth notes make the whole measure come together very nicely. So visually that part isn't as much of a problem. Yeah. Exactly. By the way, do you remember what these are called? It's like a pattern, but it's like following. It's like a pattern that keeps coming back. Do you remember what that's called?
A repeat?
It's a repeat, yeah. It's also called a sequence. Do you remember talking about that? I think we talked about it once before. But here's your motif. It's kind of a pattern, like da, 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 that Bach keeps repeating coming down. Da, 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 da. And actually the left hand has a corresponding bum, bum, bum. It's like a two-hand sequence that keeps repeating. Tam, ta, na, 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 tam, ta, na, na, na. If we played it flat, our fingers would be doing like the same thing over and over. So that's kind of cool too. And that also helps help your mind remember what's going on too. So that once we're coming out of this terrible section, we have a little bit of this memorized a little bit, at least in terms of the sequence part, which is nice. All right, so I would like to listen to a quick recording of this, just to kind of give you an idea of how it sounds. So before, I think today, in order to work on this, we're gonna play through it a couple of times, number one. Especially this part. We're gonna nail some of those hard glitchy spots. We're gonna play those a couple of times. So that'll be task number one. Task number two, we're gonna listen to a little recording of it. So that's how we'll also work on this. We'll hear somebody else playing this piece too, to kind of give you an idea of how that goes. And then the third thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a metronome. Your favorite!
Oh, my best friend.
Your best friend, right, exactly. So we're going to use the metronome, and we are going to take it from the top. Now this one we are going to need, what is the beat / rhythm that we'll be using?
So it's a Dante. So.
Andante. But like the beat, we're going to be using a three beats instead of 4. So it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll play around with it. Depending certain sections, you know, we might choose like an 80 or something for this section. We'll experiment with it and figure out a nice pattern for you to practice. So. That's what we'll do to work on this piece a little bit. Do you have any questions too, or any particular sections that you wanted to tackle today that would make practicing easier, so that the next time you sat down on the bench and now it's Tuesday.
I think getting this part down would be great.
Yes, agreed. Because this you can do okay enough in this, but these 4 middle sections here, the that's a glitcher section for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go over that. We'll go over that a couple of times. I would like to also hear what this guy has to say too about it here. Oh no, I lost it. Okay. You like City of Stars? Yeah. You and your Broadway tunes.
It's like the only Broadway tune I like.
Really?
I'm not big on Broadway.
Broadway's awesome. I mean,
it's a little cheap.
So a lot of stuff is
Pretty
iffy. The good thing about Bach stuff too, it's like once you're able to do Bachs are hard and they can vary from like multiple different higher levels. So once you're able to accomplish those, a lot of the easy show tunes, a lot of the easy show tunes from there are manageable, I guess. And you want to learn the Moonlight Sonata.
I do.
Yes, we'll get there. Oh, it's all so good.
Yeah.
It's too much to do. Too much to do.
I love Mozart and Beethoven and Bach. Like, those are my 3 composers I love. Who did the
Mozart, Beethoven, and Bach?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah. Who did the Carnival of Animals?
That's
another person. Or?
He was French. He was Saint Saëns. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's STSDANS. I think Saint Saëns. Saint Saëns. Yes. Camille or Carnel Saint Saëns. Yes. And it is an orchestra piece, but it is fun to play on the piano as well. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So we're gonna hash this out now. But I think that would wrap it up pretty much in terms of this video for today. Now we're going to work a little bit on those 3 things like I mapped out. We're going to go over it a little bit, address some hiccup spots. Then we're going to play around with the metronome as well. And we're going to try and link the practicing just so you can get some tempo down straight. And it can be nice and slow. We'll set a slow tempo so that you've got a good direction in terms of your practicing this week. And then third, we're going to listen to a recording of it too, just to give you an idea as well of the sound to the recorded sound of how it sounds too.
Sure.
All right, so I think that wraps it up. We're gonna work on this just a little bit more, but yeah, that's our second session for this Minuet in G by Bach. And thank you for watching. All right.